Hello everyone, welcome to Moe'S Culture Show and Tell. And on this second part of the Matthew Suite, I just want to first off by saying that when I talked about this on the last episode, okay, I just want to say there's three reasons why I have this. Because it's the greatest hits, right? And I have all the songs that's on this, on those, all on those other CDs. Nothing from his two first albums, because apparently his first two albums were not the greatest. So that's probably why I don't see them anywhere and I don't have them. But this, I only have this because, well, it's part of a collection, so I might as well get it. That's the first reason. Second reason is it has an acoustic version of The Ugly Truth. I don't have that on the other stuff. Just because of that one little track, you know. And also, third reason, it's nice to be able to put on the greatest hits instead of playing each of the albums, which they're great. But if I want to hear all the best songs in a row, I can just put the greatest hits on. So after now saying that, we're going to go into the next segment where we're just going to jump into the next album that came out. And this is 2003's Kimi Ga Suki. And this album, I really liked that. I don't have the track list very easily available. I have to actually open this up and look inside. So look at the track list. But yeah, it's a pretty decent album cover, you know. I'll show you the inside. There's the CD and some clouds. And this album was dedicated is dedicated to the Japanese people. You know, because he was very well received, very well received when he went up there. They showed him so much love in that he dedicated this album to them. And apparently it was released only in Japan. Because look, I mean, and there, like he wrote a little dedication. I'm not going to read it out, but there's a dedication he wrote out to the fans, you know, of the Japanese people, and it's a really loving touch. You know, it's beautiful. But I'll go through the track list because I do have them right here in inner sleeve of the cover. So it starts off with Dead Smile, Morning Song, The Ocean in Between, I Love You, I Don't Want to Know, Warning, which is probably my favorite song on the album in many ways. I mean, I do like Dead Smile too. It's a good starting song. Spiral, Love Is Gone, Hear This, Wait, Tonight We Ride, which I really do like. That's probably my third favorite song. Through Your Eyes to finish. Yeah, it's a strong album. Again, I need to listen to this. I haven't listened to it in a while, and it's something I should be putting on my list of what to listen to next. So yeah, I'll be listening to this very soon, I guess. Now we're gonna go into the next album I have of Matthew Sweet, and I'm sure I'm missing a few albums. I'm pretty sure I'm missing Living Things. There's Wicked System of Things that I'm missing. So there's a few I know I'm missing. I'm aware of them. So, but we're going to go into another great album that is Modern Art. And this track list has Oh Olden Days, Ivory Tower, which I like. She Walks the Night, When Love Lets Go I'm Falling, Ladyfingers, A Little Death, Late Night with Power Pop, Baltimore, My Ass is Grass, December Dark, the title track, Modern Art, and Sleeping. And apparently, this album was done where they recorded the album, what they call, on vinyl, which is virgin lacquered acetate. And then they and then from the vinyl they put it back. They meticulously, you know, recorded it back onto digital. So they tried to infuse a record feel, like a vinyl feel to excuse me, to the record. I don't really hear the difference. It just sounds like a very good quality CD. And the thing about digital is that you won't get those pops and clicks, and sometimes that you get when tiniest particles of whatever can get into the grooves. And I don't know. People love their vinyl, but I always like the sound of a good CD. I think the CD has a superior sound for so-called digital music. It's clear. It's clear. I hear everything. No skipping. No sound. It's a good quality. Well, now we're going to get into another album I need to play a little bit more often. I don't think I have played it too often, but I'm still pretty familiar with it, and I really still like it. It's what's it called? Forever, Tomorrow Forever, 2017, Tomorrow Forever, and I'm pretty sure this is like the first part of I know the next year, the year after, they made Tomorrow's Daughter. This is Tomorrow Forever, and then there's Tomorrow Daughter, and they pretty much have similar styles of covers. If you kind of look at this cover, it has a really, I'm not sure what you would call that, a jester, like these photos of jesters. But it's a good album. There's Matthew's Way, and see, oh, there's another one here, and then another one here. So I'm not sure what that's all about, but yeah, it's called Tomorrow Forever, and the track list is interesting. It has Tricked, Entangled, Pretty Please, You Knew Me, Circle, Hunted, Country Girl, Off the Farm, Nobody Knows, The Searcher, Music for Love, Bittersweet, Come Correct, Finally, Carol, Hello, and End is Near. Yeah, last song, number 17, is End is Near. So yeah, it's a pretty good album. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I like all of his album. I'm getting something in my throat a little bit, but I still want to make these videos. So yeah, it's something I shouldn't. I want to be putting on my playlist. I'll be probably playing these two back to back. I need to play them a little bit more. But then now that I'm kind of done with the Matthew Suite, I still have a little bit more Matthew Suite to go through, but in a little bit of a different packaging. Now, when I first discovered this, okay, it was the first one of it, but then I made a deal with Frank's Music, and I had traded in some of my other CDs that I had, and ended up getting I got the better end of the deal. They did me a favor with that, and I really thank Frank Music again. Another shout out to Frank's Music. Go see Carl when you're in Moncton. It's off of Carson, and yeah, if you love CDs and you want to buy a CD, I suggest go there to buy it if you're ever in Moncton. If you want to buy a CD. And I wish people would buy more CDs. I wish Weird Al Yankovic would be making more CDs and not just stop after 14. It's a shame. So, but I have Under the Covers. And yeah, this is actually the four disc box set. It's the 3 albums, okay, but 4 discs because the second album, it comes into 2 parts. You get the first one here that starts off the 60s. Then you get the 70s part 1, the 70s part 2, and then you got the 80s. And this is a great collection. There's a lot of tracks on. I want to go through them. So for the volume 1, the 1960s, and I think I love part one. Out of all four, part one is probably my favorite because there's something about that one. And as much as I love Suzanne Vega, okay, this is the other Suzanne. This is the other Suzanne that I love her voice too. She's probably my favorite female singer of all time. I just love her voice, especially in this. There's nothing more like if Susanna Hoffs was my wife, okay, or girlfriend, I would be having her sing to me all the time because it's just the sweetest voice. She's just so beautiful. I love her singing voice, and she's beautiful too, of course. But yeah, Under the Covers, because it starts off with I See the Rain and Your Bird Can Sing. It's All Over Now, Baby Blue. Who Knows Where the Time Goes. And then a really great cover of, what's his name? Neil Young's Cinnamon Girl. Then Alone Again, or The Warmth of the Sun, which is a Beach Boys cover, which is beautiful. I don't know why, it's probably my favorite song on this album because it's Susanna Hoff at her best singing different drum. Then you got them doing The Kids Are All Right, Sunday Morning, Everybody Knows This Is Nowhere, Care of Cell 44, Monday, She May Call You Up Tonight, and Run to Me. And because I have the box set, it has bonus tracks, 2 bonus tracks. It has Village Green Preservation Society, and I Can See for Miles and Miles. You know, I Can See for Miles. Yeah, it's a great first CD. And I can take them I'll take them out of the box. Yeah, the box opens up like this. You know, just kind of like that. Comes with a cool little booklet and stuff, you know, that talks about every track and what goes into it. You know, yeah, they give a little. I'll show you a little quickly there. It shows you these little. They talk about each song, and there she is. There's Susanna Hoff. There's my sweet voice. I love her voice. And of course there's grumpy old Matthew there. But he's not grumpy. I'm just saying that because he looks grumpy in that picture. But yeah, now we get into the next 2 volumes. CD 2 and CD 3, which is volume 2. It's the 70s part 1 and part 2. So in part 1, it's the Sugar Magnolia, Go All the Way, Secondhand News, Bell Bottom Blues, All the Young Dudes, You're So Vain, Here Comes My Girl, I've Seen All Good People, Your Move, All Good People, which I probably love that song the most on this volume because it's just beautiful. Then there's Hello, It's Me, Willin', Back of a Car, Couldn't I Just Tell You, Gimme Some Truth, Maggie May, Everything I Own, Beware of Darkness. 16 tracks, and it's a great second volume. But then the third volume, which continues the 70s, starts off with Dreaming, Marquee Moon, the Ramones, I Want to Be Sedated, which is awesome that they do that. Baby Blue, I love Baby Blue. You Say You Don't Love Me. Yeah, You Say You Don't Love Me. And another one of my favorite songs that is also covered by A Perfect Circle, which is What's So Funny About Peace, Love, and Understanding. They do a justice to it. They make it sound a lot more like the original. You Can Close Your Eyes, Melissa. They do Queen's Killer Queen, which is awesome, and then they finish off with A Song for You. Yeah, it's a brilliant third volume. Still part of volume 2 because this is volume 1, volume 2, which comes into 2 parts, which I just read, and then you get volume 3, which I'm going to read now, and that's the 80s, and these are pretty good songs, 80s songs. You get Sitting Still. Then song number 2, Girls Talk, Big Brown Eyes, Kids, which is a good one. Tom Petty's Free Falling, Save It for Later, just probably maybe even that one's one of my favorite songs. Then there's that They Don't Know About Us. They do that, which is great. And then there's the Bulrushes, Our Lips Are Sealed, How Soon Is Now, More Than This, Towers of London, Killing Moon, Killing Moon, Trouble, and then this has 3 bonus tracks. It has Train in Vain, You're My Favorite Waste of Time, and Princess, I Would Die For You. Yeah, as a box set, I love it. Susanna Hoff, you are my favorite singer, favorite female singer of all time. Right up there with Suzanne Vega, because there's something smooth and almost sensual about their voices. But hers is just, I love her voice. So, but now speaking of Susanna Hoff, I wanted to include this in there with the Matthew Suite, because it's going to finish off with a nice punctuation. You cannot have something with Susanna Hoff and me loving her so much without having at least the greatest hits of the Bangles. And so of course here I get the best of the Bangles, Eternal Flame, which there's Susanna Hoff. And right over here, beautiful, always beautiful. So it starts off with probably some of my 3 favorite tracks, like Eternal Flame, Manic Monday, Walk Like an Egyptian, If She Knew What She Wants, which is awesome too. James, More Than Meets the Eyes, Not Like You, All About You. Hero Takes a Fall, Complicated Girl, Let It Go, September Girls with a U, Going Down to Liverpool, which is another one of my favorites. Some Dreams Come True, Waiting for You, Watching the Sky, I'll Set You Free, In Your Room. Yeah. It's a great little box set. Glad I picked that up too. So that will conclude the Matthew Suite / a little bit of surprise, Susanna Hoff, because that's pretty much all I have of her. I just felt it was appropriate to add her into this little mix. So please, everybody, take care. Be safe. I will see you on the flip side, and I will see you later on the next video. Bye.